Alrighty. Hello everyone and welcome to Forbidden West again. Let's get straight into the game here because today we are continuing the main quest finally. After all of the upgrades and all of the exploring, all of the side quests we've done recently over the last couple of episodes we've had, we have finally upgraded enough that I am wanting to continue the main story. So let's load in here. I'm just going to do my audio check while we are loading in. Testing audio 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. It sounds like we are all good to go. Not that I've ever had an issue with PlayStation streaming, so that's a good sign. So we are currently about, I think it's 83 or 84% the way through the game. So I feel like we've got this main portion of the quest now that we're doing. And then we have like maybe one more main section of the quest. So I'll do a quick difficulty check for you guys so you can see what difficulty I'm on. I'm on hard, so there's no ultra hard. It's very hard and then back to story, so it goes story, easy, normal, hard, very hard. I've been on hard the whole time. Give myself a challenge since I ultra hard platinumed Zero Dawn. Alright, in terms of skills and whatnot, we have been on a binge getting ready for all of this. So I've got pretty good coils on all of my stuff. I will actually just go and alter them quickly. Where's the workbench? I will just make sure I've got everything before I go ahead and start up the main quest. So let me just double check. I've got all the resources I could possibly need. Oh, I can craft that one. So I'm going to load myself up fully as much as I can. Perfect. Alright, I seem to be all done there. Grab some more of those resources. So let's have a quick summary of all of our weapons here. So we've been going on a bit of a spree at the minute. I was going to go and get the last couple of upgrades for these guys, but in the grand scheme of things, like, I spent 6 hours the other stream just hunting for upgrades, and I don't want to be doing that again, really. I'm, to be perfectly honest, sick and tired of it at this point. Like, there's still so much shit I need to get to make it even worth it. But I have fully upgraded these ones here, which are my main bows. The only ones I haven't fully upgraded are my Sun Scourge, which is my elemental bow, and my Wings of the Ten legendary blast sling, which really I should because it is quite weak at the minute, but I can put some special coils on it. As for my outfit, I was really hard pressed to choose between the Oseram Artificer or the Tenakth Recon. I decided against the Artificer because it required so many goddamn Dreadwing parts. And I hate fighting those things. They're honestly the most annoying piece of shit in the game. And I was finding I really wasn't getting good luck with the drops in terms of RNG. So I went with the Recon, which basically has all of the stats I need for what I'm doing anyway. I don't really fight that much with melee, which is what the Artificer is more geared toward. I fight more with my bow, which is what the Recon specializes in. So I've picked that. So now we will just look at all of my coils before we go into the main quest line here. So I'm going to edit every single coil I have. So I'm going to take all of my coils off. And just completely start from scratch so that I know exactly what I'll be getting. Don't accidentally want to unequip, thank you. So through all of my upgrades, I've now got way more slots for stuff as well, which is very nice. I'm just going to get the coils off of all of my gear, because I don't need it on anything else. Alright. I'll get my weaves off of here too. So I can put them onto my Recon. Oop. Alright, so let's get the outfit done first, since that's the easiest to deal with. So what would be the best for us here? Fire and frost defense. Ooh, this is a mixed one. I haven't gotten one of these before. All defense increases your defense against damage from all sources. Yes, fucking please. Look at the amount that goes up. Holy shit. That's not bad at all. So that's definitely going on. Protect me against all stuff. And then one to do with maybe some critical hit chance by the look of it. Ooh, I could do all defense again. It's 3%. What have we got? Melee. Ranged defense increases your defense against damage from ranged attacks. Machine Elemental increases the level of Machine Elemental passive boost, which allows your overridden machines to deal more damage with elemental attacks. Ooh, that's different. Low health regen increases the level of low health regen passive boost, which allows you to automatically recover health sooner when it's critical health state. Feel like I might go with that one. That'll be a good one to add since I don't have like the Shield Weaver or anything to rely on. Alright, I'm happy with that. Let's go into the weapons. So, where's my Tear Blast. So I definitely want tear damage, close range damage, component tear. Yep. What have we got? Concentration damage increases damage dealt with concentration mode. Absolutely. That combined with the tear is going to be really good because I always use concentration when I'm about to pull off a tear shot. Critical hit chance. Draw speed would be good for this bow because I use tear a lot. And I need quicker draw speed to get more tear shots off in the same space of time. So what have we got here? Sunshot Hunter Bow. So this is my normal everyday just damage bow. Increases damage against enemies at close range. Don't really bother with that. Critical hit chance. Feel like that'd be a good one to have. Agility. Oop, god, didn't mean to do that. High ground damage. Drenched enemy damage. Increases impact and explosive damage against enemies in the drenched state. Absolutely. That's what I use these arrows for in the first place. High ground damage, I'm not going to bother with. Just straight out impact damage would be good to top it off. Alright. That's that one done. Now we've got some shock. So I've got all of my elemental arrows apart from plasma arrows, because I don't really find a use for plasma at all. So let's do... Oh, there's actually purge water in there as well. Nice. Let's do this dual one here, even though I know it's a dual one when I don't have plasma. We'll still use it up. And there's a purge water one here for my purge water arrow that's in there. If I had known about that purge water one sooner, I would have used it more. Reload speed, don't really have to worry about with this one. It's more precision. Overdraw damage. Close range damage. Concentration damage for this one, because I'll be using concentration a lot to hit my elemental arrows. Alright, my elemental bow, let's have a look. Acid and fire. I really wish I had another one of those, like, split all elemental things options. So, acid and fire, yep, we'll have that one. Let's get a frost one on there too. So that covers all of the elements. Agility damage, close range damage, concentration damage. I've already got concentration damage. Melee follow-up. Overdraw damage. Doesn't really matter. Reload speed, absolutely. And final one. What else can we get? Close range, concentration, critical hit, critical hit. Let's add another draw speed damage, why not? The more arrows I can get out to fill their elemental state, the quicker, the better. Alright, and last one, which is the Wings of the Ten Blast Sling. So... I don't think knockdown damage really applies for for blast slings. Stealth damage. Adhesive, let's add that, absolutely. Haven't used much of the adhesive, I haven't found it to really be worth it. Close range damage, critical hit, explosive damage, that's the one I'm looking for. And let's add another explosive damage. Alright. Javelin thrower. Let's see what we've got. Again, we're looking for explosive damage. Maybe I should actually put the explosive damage I've got on this one on my other one. Because I use the javelin more than I do the blast sling. Alright, so let's put some more coils on this one now that we've cleared that out. So we've got adhesive down here and explosive again. And we'll do a critical hit chance, why not? I don't know whether that'll work or not, but I don't really use it, so I don't care that much. Alright, so we've got coils on everything that's got coils to be had. Beautiful. Let's secure our choices here by going and saving at the campfire. Where's the campfire? Where's the campfire? Oh, it's up here. Alright. We are officially ready to go on our main quest here. Alright. Assemble your companions. It's time. Oh, I'm so nervous. Before we properly get started on this, I am just going to check my audio one more time because you can never be too sure. Once I'm loaded in here, I shall check because I do not necessarily trust streaming and I want to make sure I've got it right. Alright. That took a surprisingly long time to load in. That was a bit concerning. But we're here now. Alright. Alright, we are all set. Audio is triple checked. Let's see whether we've got any rumours here. No, we do not. I thank you for the warning. Didn't need it, but thank you anyway. Alright. Alright, can I go around and talk to everyone before anything happens? Because I would... Oh! Before I forget anything... There's,
I guess this door's unlocked now. Is Gaia gone?
There's a, hidden note for me. From Gaia. Have I got a power cell in here? No, I do not. I'll go and do this quickly because I saw one of my speedrun friends go through the story and I noticed he did this and I'm like, oh, why didn't I think to do that? I'm stupid. Wait, what? Okay, where's my second power cell? Do I need to go back up through here? Oh, wrong thing. I don't remember where I put that power cell to then. Alright, let's do what I came here for though. Must be down here. Did I already read this? Yeah, it says it's already been read. There isn't a power cell in there, but I remember putting one in there. Alright.
These things.
Okay, it wasn't here. I thought it was in the other room. a note here. I just didn't want to miss this because I knew it was a thing. To Aloy.
Aloy. If you were listening to this, then, things didn't go as planned at Gemini. I know you'll keep your promise. Which means I must be dead. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? But what's happened since you found me in that ectogenic chamber? Thank you, Aloy. You've been my shelter. And I would risk it all again to be by your side. I know you'll find a way forward. That's what you do.
Aww. She's gonna make me cry. Because Aloy called her sister when she was being threatened by Tilda before. And now it sounds like Beta almost wants to call her sister as well. That's so sweet. Aww. There's a hologram of Elizabeth. On the Regional Control Center. Text log, data corruption minimal. The more I read up on the Regional Control Center, the more I appreciate the immense amount of planning that went into Project Zero Dawn. But one aspect of the facility has me puzzled. Why pre-design it? Gaia was more than equipped to imagine the needs of future humans. While I have 4 working hypotheses, the answer may be the simplest. Sentimentality. Combining through the facility's files led to the discovery of an audio log, severely corrupted, likely a consequence of Minerva's occupation. I only managed to extract a fragment. August was only 8 when the swarm broke out. He was in Singapore, staying with his mum. I should have gone. I should have done a lot of things differently. A log from the family's designer, perhaps? I suspect it may have something to do with the locked door tucked away behind the maintenance shaft, but I am disinclined to pursue the matter further at this time. Aloy and Gaia want me to help build the transport rig and pulse generators for their trip to Gemini, so I must direct all of my attention to that. I hope it's not a pointless endeavor. It all depends on whether Aloy can produce Ted Farrow's Omega clearance, which frankly feels like a long shot. Beta. Well, I did fucking do it. Proved you wrong. Aww. I love that there's a picture of Elizabeth here. Alright. I don't think there's any new dialogue because no one's got a little quotation mark above their head. I will go and check all of the rooms that are available to have stuff checked, just to make sure. Oh, we've got a piece of info here with Elizabeth's pendant.
Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but it seems like it was enough. For a while, at least.
Not gonna say anything else about Rost's bow or anything. Seems to have gotten even more like messy here almost. There's actually a huge amount of detail on these shelves that like stuff keeps piling up, and like these weren't here before, and now there's a Kaja helmet on them, and like the little orbs and stuff on the shelf, they get filled out over time as well. It's so cool, and it just keeps building and building and building from there. Like she's got more stuff along with her the whole time. I love how you can actually see the arrows, like you can actually see the physics of the arrow jiggle when it enters the thing. Oh, Vile's focus.
There you are.
Oh, I forgot you were in this room, Tilda. Alright, there's nothing there.
There it is.
Hi, Cotolo. Alright. Just checking everything. Like, look at that attention to detail. Like, even little bottles and vases all around the place is really cute. Like, they're actually using the space properly. I like that. They've got like a little wash basin in here. Ah, Silence has moved in now, yeah. I've already read that one. This is Erin's room. Oh my god, Erin's fucking messy. Can't half tell because of all the liquor. And then this side is Cotolo's because it's got like the Sky Clan colours and everything. And he's very private apparently, because he's got a wall up. I mean, I would too, to be honest, if I was in a situation like this. I like my privacy. That's so cool. And then this must be Silence over here. And he's not got much in here because he's only here for a short while. Don't know what this is. I love how like filled out everything is. Oh my god! It's got the shuttle.
It's a shuttle. Like the one I blew up at Far Zenith's launch facility. Varl seemed pretty interested in space travel. I guess he wanted a keepsake.
Aww. That's cute. I didn't notice that before.
It's like an artifact from Thebes. A tomb for Ted Faro and the CO. What a pair.
It's all going to be okay. We can't give up now.
Aw, I like that they get little keepsakes and stuff to keep along the road. Why have I not bothered to like inspect stuff like that I found around the place until now? I'm so happy I bothered to scan that. Is there anything in here to scan? Ah, there is. I should go and check every room now.
I'm glad I could help Zoe fix the Lamb Gods.
Grimhorn Control Core.
Because of her, Plainsong's fields will bloom again.
Aw. Wow, I didn't notice that was here.
That looks like one of the Utaru's land gods. Like the one we killed in the sacred cave. I'm not sure I'll ever fully understand, but seeing something that represents life and prosperity turned into a weapon couldn't have been easy for Zoe.
I want a plushie of it. I want a plushie. Give me a plushie gorilla. Alright, nothing else to see in here.
Did you need something?
Oh. Scared the shit out of me, Silence. I forgot you were in here too. Silence lantern.
That fabrication terminal has been very useful.
Weapon fragment. A burnt out core from a prototype weapon. Collected by Aloy. Oh yeah, that's the one I got off of the prototype that Silence had that
Zenith
blew up.
friend has been smart enough not to come in here.
Oh, shut your face, you pig. Silence lantern. A data storage device that once contained Hades. Collected by Val. Oh, so he collected that.
To think this facility should have been bequeathed to us generations ago.
Oh, shut up. Alright, I've got every single override now. Apart from the final one. I think that's the Dreadwing, if I'm not mistaken. Because I didn't bother with the Dreadwing, because there's only one spawn point on the whole map for them. So I didn't see the point. Alright, let's assemble everyone and go. We're as ready as we can be. We've searched around and found all the little secrets we can.
Okay.
Only one thing left to
get
do.
everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
Alright. I've actually got to do the survey drones. Yeah, I just saw that prop up.
There we go. All drones are reconnected to the dome now.
All of them are done. So now that I've done that as well, that finishes off a whole lot of quests. Let's see what percentage I'm at. Yeah, I'm only at 83%. So I feel like this isn't the last quest. It can't be. Surely not. But only one way to find out. Let's call all of our companions.
Alright, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go.
Oh, interesting. Keeping secrets now, are we?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
Why have I got a bad feeling Silence is gonna backstab us for more of this knowledge? Because he always goes on about knowledge.
A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
So we're thinking she's not telling us the whole truth.
Okay?
On my life.
I'm like literally like shaking. I'm like nervously hyped up for this. Oh my god. So Silence and Aloy are both keeping secrets from one another because they're not telling each other the whole truth about what exactly their plans are or how they're going about it. And Aloy doesn't exactly trust Tilda yet. She thinks she's gonna end up backstabbing her. And I've got a feeling Alva's gonna get fridged, which basically means she was a means to an end. That she's a character that's just come on board to die. Because that sounds like too important of a task for her to get away with her life with. Alright. We're gonna have a final chat to everyone. I absolutely adore Aaron so much that I'm going to leave him for last. Thank you!
Aloy, we're ready to meet you at the rendezvous point whenever you call.
Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know.
Aww. Don't make me cry again, game. I've not even got over his death properly yet.
You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad.
Aww.
I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
make sure you stay alive to do so.
No!
Come back home. Okay?
Fuck, I hope she's not foreshadowing that her and the baby are gonna die. Oh, that would be just the worst. To know that she's carrying Val's child, and then for her to die in this mission, I would fucking hate the game if it did that to me. I will not be okay if that happens.
I'm definitely not getting any of this.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
Ugh. My eyes are like watering because I'm trying to hold back tears from what Zoe said just then. Ugh.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky.
It's so fascinating because I know this is obviously going to have a game after this, but we don't know what the premise will be about, considering everything that's going on here seems to be wrapping up.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Oh yeah, she has a sister. Forgot about that.
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do.
Another lesbian character. First, Elizabeth is apparently gay, and now Alva is. I do not mind inclusivity at all, but in this case it seems to have come out of nowhere just for the hell of inclusivity and not for any actual story purpose, which kind of irritates me. And that's coming from a person who has a trans sister and who was in a relationship with a trans woman. So y'all can't say that I'm not, you know, part of the community, because I damn well am. But it needs to be in a story and not just put there to please people for inclusivity's sake.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old?
That was a bit cheesy. I think they're running out of voice line options, because that was very cheesy.
Kotallo will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Kotallo will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Someone's gonna die here. Like, there's no way every single person that goes is gonna make it out. There's too many of them for that to happen. What, there's, Aloy, obviously, Sylens, Tilda, Alva, Kotallo, Eren, Zoe, and, Regala. There's 7 of them. I don't feel like 7 of them are gonna come out of this.
I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
Aloy obviously can't die because she's the main character. She can get mortally wounded, but come back from it. We've seen her do that multiple times, but she's definitely not going to die because there's another game to happen, so... I feel like either Alva's going to die because she's a new character and we haven't built up a relationship with her yet to worry about her if she does die, or it might potentially be Sylens that dies, because we have been threatening him with death anyway the whole time. So oh, we've got nothing else to actually say to him. Apparently we did, but we didn't.
I'll be going.
As you wish.
I still think Sylens is going to pull a fast one on us, because, like, he's all about getting more knowledge, and the Zeniths have more knowledge, so why would he want to kill them? He'd want some way around that so that he can get the knowledge from them, like he did with Hades. So I'm very worried he's going to backstab us. Oh, I can say something to Val's focus.
I miss Varl. It still hurts to think about him. I don't know if the pain will ever really go away. When I find that bastard, Eric, I'm gonna make him pay.
We're swearing in this now. She never swears. She's said shit and stuff before, but she's never said bastard or anything.
Would you like to continue our chat?
It said I apparently have voice lines with you, but I didn't, so no.
I should be going.
I'll be making final preparations.
Why did it say I had more voice stuff with you when I didn't? Kotallo.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Kotallo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together. And I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
That's a mighty high expectation there, Kotallo.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be...
Aww. I'm gonna cry, that's so sweet. Aww. They really did get to know each other really well. I kind of wish they showed them interacting together properly instead of being in their little preset rooms to really, like, get that point across properly. But these little dialogue options are really nice as well.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Oh, fuck. I've got tears in my eyes again from that. Varl. Why did they have to kill Varl off? Varl was like the first person Aloy learnt to actually trust. Like, fuck you, game. Ooh, we've got things in here we can actually look at.
Every time we find another link to Dervahl, it's like opening up a wound for Erend all over again. I really hope Asera was the last one. Maybe now he'll finally be able to heal from the pain of his sister's death.
Aww. I didn't even realize her armor was in here. There's so much to discover in this place, like, holy crap. Common language. Did I read this one? Common language. Text log, data corruption minimal. Ever since the expedition landed and we encountered barbarians, sorry to Noct, a question has been gnawing at me. Given the massive distance between here and the Great Delta, how is it possible that we all speak the same language? I mean, the legacy tells us that the ancestors have many languages. How did it all get reduced to one? Oh yeah, I have read that one. I won't read it again. I just don't remember going into this room and seeing it. So that's Alva's room. So she just co-op shares the room with two boys. That's a bit... Not sure whether I'd like that as a female myself, but sure.
This must be from the Scorcher that Kotallo and I took down. Not a bad way to test his arm. He's come a long way from the embassy.
Scorcher heart. Nice. That's a gigantic fucking thing.
Maybe I should look at this.
Alright. Time to talk to Erend.
Aloy, aren't we meeting at the beach near the Zenith base?
We are. I just wanted to check in on everyone first. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. He's saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was...
Aww.
Well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. How you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Absolutely, I want a drink. I ship them so much. Absolutely.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course.
Aww.
Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Carja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha!
Aww.
And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Carja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
Aww.
Clearly she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Carja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting
Aww.
show.
I think that's the first time we've ever had her laugh.
Make it out of the palace. They paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
Aww. So cute.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
That was so cute. My little Aloy Eren heart is going off the hook right now. They've got such an easy chemistry. I love it. But them doing that makes me feel like Eren's going to die now. And I'm very nervous. Because I've already killed off one main character. But I think that's the first time we've ever heard Aloy actually laugh. Like, I legitimately do not recall any other time that she's laughed. And that's got to say something special about their relationship together.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I'm so nervous. What progression are we at now? Still at 83.4. Oh, you're fine. Alright, I think just to make a dramatic entrance, we will fly over to the waypoint. Just for something different. I feel like we're always constantly fast traveling, so I'll just take my route up in the skies.
Flying through rain. Could be worse, I guess.
Aw. I'm sorry if the rain makes you uncomfortable, Aloy. God. Oh, we've got so far to go. Alright. That'll be nice flying. We're not necessarily in a rush. Feels like we are though. At least you can see everything from up here. Oh, you can even see the tall neck. Scalding Spear, the tall neck, and then one of the ruins here as well. I'm expecting to like see a Horus poking up out of the dust, but you can't really see one. There's plenty on the map. What am I looking at over here? Ah, it must be Las Vegas. Alright, I'm just gonna let us glide and I'm gonna take a drink. Alright. we've still got a bit of a ways. Oh, Las Vegas looks so cool with the lights from here. Holy shit. Oop. Random loading screen. Love that. Oh, the music is getting so fucking cool. I adore this music. You didn't see anything. Need to go up a bit. Alright, it's just over these mountains. I love that we can fly now instead of just taking a normal mount. Just having the choice is really nice. Oh, this music is phenomenal as well. It really sets the tone while you're flying around the place. Oh wow. Holy shit, you can really see the zenith base now. Oh, it's... wait. Is that a Horus that it's on top of? Yeah, there's a Horus here. Wow. Did not see that one coming. Oh, we've got to go down. Let's go under the Horus arm. Oh god. Stuff popping into my vision. Love that. No, you don't. Alright.
I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
Whew, it has come down to D-Day. Look at that. This is the closest we've been to it so far. Oh, it looks so eerie but so cool at the same time. And I love that it's just by a random Horus. Alright. My dude is chilling up in the air. I have got absolutely everything I could possibly need. My satchel is full. My weapon wheel is kitted out. I've got all of my upgrades. I've got all of my coils in place. Let's go. If you proceed past this point, you will be locked into Singularity, and the open world will be unavailable for the duration of the quest. Okay, so it's like a Zero Dawn bunker situation. I know I'm ready, so let's get going. Oh god, it even gives you a second option to back out. Jesus. Call your companions.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Oh, so he's got a headdress back on.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Tilda just flying in.
Are we all here?
Oh, Aloy's theme. I'm gonna cry again. I feel like I've cried too many times in this game, goddamn. Woo!
A tunnel.
The fuck was that?
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
Oh, I'm so nervous, like... I don't get, like, shaky hands or anything, but I get, like, a buzz going in my body. And I've got that right now from being so excited.
Pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
Oh, you're fine. Oh god, textures. Alright.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there.
Whew,
There will
it's
be
time.
structures guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right.
It's time.
Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy.
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Here's where the heart rate picks up.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible.
Oh god,
I'll do my
it's
best
giving
to
me
conceal
ammo
our
and everything
intrusion.
too. Alright, last chance to stock up on Ridgewood and everything else I need. For all of the new people joining in that might have seen that I'm in the final battle, or so it seems to be at least, I am playing on hard difficulty, which is the second highest difficulty that you can choose in the game so far.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Where? You said spectres, I can't see spectres.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
Something other than fire.
What have we got? They're weak to acid. There's only 2 of them. They're easy. They're easy.
Don't get that stuff on you. Here we go. I'm waiting for you. Hit the weak spot. Aloy, for you. Hey, watch this.
I was hoping they'd get a bit closer to the... I was hoping they'd get a bit closer to the explodey barrels, but apparently not. Ah, I can't jump and do that.
I guess we're not going for stealth, babe.
Oh, hello. Alright, he's brittle.
Take a shot.
I forget how fast they are. We've not fought one in a while. Alright, first one down. No, you don't. Oh, we got a cannon up here. No, you don't. Ravager cannon for the win.
Yeah, it's alright, I got this.
Whoa, nice one.
It's a weak spot.
Oh, where the fuck am I?
You need some ammo?
I need to get up at the moment, Erend. We haven't fought a Spectre in so long. Where are you? Alright.
Oh, look at that thing fizzing away.
Let's get the cannon again. Oh, you fuck. There we go.
I think you're right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Alright, let's look around the area. Get all of my health back, thank you.
There's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Da-da-da. There's so many dead creatures around here, like, what is happening? Dead bellybacks everywhere. I'll take anything I can get at the minute just to prepare myself more. Is there anything else here of use? That's just a red-eye watcher. We've got Erend.
We should move on.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm looking at the battlefield. Alright, let's go. Up the ridgeline there.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
How do I get up there? There we go. That looked further than it was. That was weird. Oh god, it's like down the side here.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was so perfect.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another way across.
Aw. Hey! Nice jump, Erend. I love that we're getting to do this with him. Like, he's the only OG person we have left, really, that's come with us this far that's, like, actually an ally.
Can we please leave the cave now?
Yes, we can. I've got to find my way before we do anything, though. I thought that was more of a sheer cliff. Oh, come on. Da-da-da.
Let's go, Aloy. It stinks in here.
There we go. I forgot how to do my long jump. It's been a while since I've done any platforming. Alright, let's get out of this cave. A dead sunwing? Oh wait, I just came the way I fucking got out. Where the hell do we go then? Oh. I wasn't meant to fall down there, that's why.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Alright, let's get the salvage.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight, you choose.
Her daughter was not gonna help.
They're gonna throw a lot of these things at me, I feel like.
Get the fumes in your eyes.
I'll just check whether I've got my right skill on as well. Yep, I do.
Now we're talking.
Aloy's under attack! Cover her!
Over here.
Firing!
There we go.
Decent shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
I love the banter they have.
Any good loot?
A little.
Alright, you can never have too much Ridgewood, especially when you're going to be using a lot of arrows. And I'd rather have too much than too little of medical supplies as well. Let's have a look. There's even more loot around here. So the Spectres aren't really that much of a problem at the minute. They will be once there's like 3-on-1. But I can take them down if it's 1 or 2-on-1.
Come on, Aloy, let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Whoa, there's a Stormbird carcass. Interesting.
Tired yet?
Yep.
Advanced acid hunter arrow. Oh, here we go. Special passage in.
Take it out. Need it.
These Spectres are good sport! We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
Alright, they're gonna take that one, I'm gonna trust it.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbird. But I get that. Goddamn. Remember the good old days? Our only
Nice. I love that they're sort of coming along with us, but they're like up on another platform as we go.
Oh, yeah. Good times.
What have we got here? More of them.
I'll attack when used.
How many are there?
Could use plasma ammo here.
So there's 3 this time. I can't override them. So I guess it's the ye old faithful tactic of just shooting them with acid.
Anytime you're ready.
Try and explode some of the cargo sacks on their path as well. That didn't do much though. Yeah. We're found. Whoa, nice one. Alright, let's do this. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, they're so quick.
I gotta wait.
Nope. Yeah, you can wait for your stamina at a different time, Aloy. Now's not the time to be tired. I thought I dodged that.
Yeah.
Where the fuck am I?
Back up.
I love falling off of cliffs. Did not plan to do that, just sort of panic leapt off anything to get out of the way.
I think that's all of them.
Alright, we got there.
Let's push on.
Without me stupidly falling off the cliff. That would have been cool, but I'll take it. Anything's a win at the moment. Ah, there was a disc launcher here. Love that. Love that. Could have used that, but didn't look properly. I guess we're fighting everything head on without actually looking at our surroundings first. That'll just teach me to look at my surroundings a bit more before I fight.
Just some parts.
Get around the thing. Alright, where are we going from here? There's nothing else to help me.
Here, up this rock.
Do.
We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
Is Erend even coming? He sounds so far away. I presume he'll catch up. Oh, Regala's over there.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Go as fast as we can. You alright?
I love how he didn't respond.
Looks like the others have things under control.
How many specters do the Zeniths
Acid
have?
will do a lot of damage. More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
Oh, they've got that one under control. I can get this one under control.
Hey, just here. Don't get that stuff on you.
Alright, they're getting easier.
Come on, up the slab.
Oh. That was a good jump.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Nice one. Whew.
Alva and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on.
What is that?
Oh, wow!
Our army.
Oh my god. That is fucking awesome. That's cinematic.
You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now it can crank out machines to its heart's content.
Oh my god. We're getting the army they promised. Holy shit. I've got the biggest Cheshire smile on my face right now.
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flew back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Oh my god, that was fucking amazing. I cannot believe that. We've been hearing about how Hephaestus and Gaia together could make an army like that, and now we finally get to see it. Holy shit. And to think I've been putting off doing this main quest because I didn't want the storyline to end.
To get up and through.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
That's not all the Spectres are fighting our machines.
Alright, what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Another Spectre. There's only one. The other's up there. I'm not worried about that. If it spots me, I'll worry about it, but I say as it just spots me.
There, machine's vulnerable.
Do 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 do. What?
I think they can handle it.
Oh my god. Woo! There we go. Oh, there's another one. Where did you come from, sir? I didn't hedge my bets on you. Whoa, 1,000 damage. Oh, he got me just as I got him there. That was unfair. I'm glad of how much stuff they're giving us. Because I feel like it'd get pretty precarious pretty easily. Alright, let's grab this purple bellow backdrop. Let's continue on here. I'm not feeling too stressed out at the minute. I'm actually really enjoying this sequential sort of wave by wave fighting style. Dreadwing?
To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
Grab all that I can.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
It feels like we've got so little time, but I know it's not actually a timed thing. Like, it would have a timer if it was actually a timed event. So I'm just gonna take my time gathering as much resource and health as I can. Because I just know I'll need it. Oh, there's a cannon here for a reason, so I'm taking it with me.
As do I. By the blood of the
That does nothing to it.
We'll assist you, Aloy.
Why, thank you. Definitely need the assist.
Good work, everyone. Let's
go. I swear I just saw a data pad thing. Oh, Regala's here now. And Silence. Gotta go this way now. Oh, Zoe's here too. Everyone's gathering together. It's so nice to have buddies when, like, the whole of the last game was just us on our own, apart from a couple of side missions. Alright, let's go over the breach.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, she dead.
This way, demon!
It's a cutscene, so you know she's gonna die. Yep.
This is the death I was promised. Go!
What a cop-out death. She didn't even go down fighting.
Please. She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. It was her fault.
Oblivion draws no such distinctions.
That's cold.
Oh, wow.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Kotallo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Holy shit.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Can we just take a second to breathe and take this in? Holy crap. Look at the detail on that in, like, the tiny little, like, spaces in between all of the stuff. And the glint of the gold on everything. And that was such a cop-out death. Like, she didn't even go down fighting in a display or anything. She just got fucking Game of Thrones, where, like, fucking Jamie and Cersei died by the roof falling on them. Oh my god! You can actually see the battle out there. Holy shit. Wow. This game is phenomenal. Holy shit. What are these? Can we scan them? I don't want to miss anything, but at the same time I don't want to, like, slow down the pace of the game too much. Oh, loot crates. Yes, please. Wait, what? I thought that's the way we were meant to go. Ah, we're meant to go up here, right? I'm an idiot. This is right in front of my face. Oh, this music. Oh, wow.
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Matilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it. You're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No?
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
Oh, that was such a cool effect. Fuck yeah! Oh my god!
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Oh my god, this is so cool! This looks like a movie! Wait, Tilda have weapons?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
Oh my god, the music is gonna make me cry! Oh. This is the Aloy we know. Holy shit.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy,
Look at that behind us.
time machine felt. Apologies for that. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network.
Just do the best you can.
Right. Resupply. I know it's not really the most opportune time to be doing that, but...
Okay, an elevator. Promising.
Alright, let's go. Oh my god. No! No, 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 no!
You got some unfinished business, little girl.
Oh, it's like healers all over again. No!
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
Are we really doing this right now? Are we really doing this right now? Holy shit, I'm so nervous. Obviously it's a boss fight, so we're meant to win, but still. Oh. Oh my god, what is that?
I'm taking you down.
Fire and frost.
I'll break you, girl.
Felt that, didn't ya? Whoa. I can't let him catch me.
Oh, the music.
Not much about your shield, are ya?
Come here, so I can watch you suffer.
How about I watch you suffer, you fuck?
Take that!
Oh, that does good damage to him. That does good damage to me though.
There's nowhere to
You're done for! Don't like that, do ya?
Right, the
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way
the
in there.
spike throwers are actually pretty fucking good against him.
You ready, little mouse?
Oh my god.
This is the end for you!
Woo! Oh my god!
Watch you suffer.
Don't have enough.
I forget about that attack he does. Oh, I got him. Did I get him? Whew! That wasn't actually as bad of a fight as I thought.
Like to hurt.
Oh, Zoe's gonna do it.
Now we're having fun, right?
For Val.
You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
That actually wasn't as bad of a fight as I thought. The spike throwers really come in handy there. Whew. Him picking Aloy up by the throat just reminded me of Healers though, like holy crap.
Machines and specters have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Why do I feel like Tilda's gonna sacrifice herself to be able to kill Gerard? Oh, the music again. This platforming is so fucking cool though. Platforming up the Zenith base, like, who would have thought of that? Oh my god. Woo.
Erend, is everyone alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left.
Well, Zoe technically
You there?
got Eric.
Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out.
I was actually starting to read a Horizon Zero Dawn fan theory book the other day that was kind of spoilery about the name Nemesis. Can I not get up, really? So I do know of the name Nemesis. I have no idea what the hell it's about though. So I'm a little bit annoyed I got that spoiled for me. I should have known better than to read something about the game I currently have not finished yet though, so that's my own fault. Up and up and up we go. We're getting so many heals. Come on. Around the stairs properly, please.
This is it. End of the line.
Wow, that door's such a pretty design. Holy crap. How did she know there were cuffs there?
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files. Anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there.
What are we gonna find out?
Base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth.
What?
Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this.
Oh, the music.
They're planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
What? Oh, what a fucking way to kill him.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form. Organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
No!
There's
Holy shit!
And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia, so you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Oh shit!
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
Oh my god! Oh, are we really doing this right now?
You cannot!
Do some damage.
All machine types, Len. Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
Oh my god. And this is hard difficulty too. Alright, I need to make sure I've got my critical boost on. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to do any significant damage to this thing without that.
You cannot win!
Oh god, I don't have enough ammo. I don't even need to be close to her to, like, die from the damage. Alright, let's just... Yeah. Let's just keep hitting it with some acid first.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Do-do-do. Come on.
Ask yourself why you're holding back.
Oh my god. That doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
This world will die. You don't have to.
Oh, that thing's fast. No shots left. You're not taking me, Tilda!
Oh, that's a big blast. Finally, God, she didn't want to go on fire then. Oh my God, the music! The fucking music!
Well, that did something.
Oh my God! The music on that segment was incredible. Holy shit.
It's over. Just let me choose.
Oh my God. What a battle. I've got no health left. Oh, and that's all we're gonna see of her.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database. And begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Silence does have a point.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
My heart is beating so wildly right now. I'm gonna cry. What are we gonna do? Like, they're just gonna give up.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
I'm crying. Come on, Silence. Stay with us. Don't go.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
He is gonna stay with us.
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Aww. So he really is a good guy. He was just acting like a dickbag because he hoped he was trying to get knowledge.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
Aww.
I hope it's
Aww. And Aaron's got his hand around her. Aww. That can't be the end of the game though,
There's
because
another battle ahead.
I was only 83% the way through.
Very different than the
I'm
one-
crying. Oh. Gaia's back up and working.
It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand.
Aww.
The people of this world have the strength to fight any battle.
Regala?
The ingenuity.
Sending off
to
Regala?
solve any problem.
Aw, Aaron went to visit them. That's so cute. Oh, wow.
To overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback.
Oh, this is one thing.
I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead?
I'm crying.
Anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
No. She's got a family now. Oh, I didn't want to cry. I didn't think that was going to be the end because I was only 83% the way through the game. Oh my god. And it's going to take us on a flight all the way through to the Zenith base from the dawn as the credits. Holy shit. I'm so glad no one that we cared about died, apart from Val. If someone else died in that end fight, I was gonna fucking riot. I love this game so much. That was such a journey. And I guess the final game is now going to be about their fight to save the world from Nemesis. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I absolutely adore that we're flying through the world on the Sunwing instead of just sort of floating through space with no real purpose. Fly on the wings of the 10. This game is just stunning. Oh my god. This song is gonna make me fucking cry again, and I've just wiped away my tears. We're gonna go through the gates of Barren Light. Yep. Oh my god. This is so gorgeous. I cannot get over how good the sound design, the Foley artistry, the digital art, the voice actors and the scores have been in this game. Like, chef's kiss to all of it. It's all been such an improvement on what Zero Dawn laid down. And it's even more of an improvement on what even Frozen Wilds did. Like, Frozen Wilds was already quite a mark better than what Zero Dawn was. And then this has just kicked it out of the park again. The graphics are on par with Red Dead Redemption. They're that gorgeous. Oh, look at the Thunderjaw in the bottom left. Oh my god. It's taking us all the way through where we've been throughout the game. My toxic trait is thinking if I sing along I can hit all those high notes along with her. This is just gorgeous. Oh my god. See what I mean about the scores? Like that crescendo up to the climax of the song. My god. It makes me so happy that my ex-partner used to be a sound design engineer, and so she taught me a lot about like what specifically to look for in good audio, and you know what good Foley artistry should sort of sound like, and how those sort of sounds would be created, or you know what earworms were, and how to get the best out of like bass noises, and how to use your reverb and your you know synthetic voices and whatnot to create really different sounds. And this game is just full of absolutely gorgeous examples of Foley artistry, specifically. And the scores are just absolutely stunning as well. Like, I would love to go and see like an orchestra play Horizon scores like in real life, not just on a soundtrack. Like, I would pay good money to go and see an orchestra play Horizon Zero Dawn stuff. Las Vegas. And I'm not going to skip any of this because every single one of the people that worked on this game deserves screen time right now. And I'm sure there'll be a cinematic after it anyway, like there was with Zero Dawn. It's just so calming. I love that they've given us a couple of like really somber songs and then they've sort of brought it back with a bit of a lull into a quiet sort of calming song. I love the little noises that the Sunwing makes as well. And you can hear the ambience of the different biomes as we go through them as well. God. If the Sunwing wasn't in that picture, you could just take a screenshot of that right there and you wouldn't even know that it was a video game. You'd think it was real life. I wonder how long they've got until Nemesis reaches Earth then. I'm curious. Because I wonder whether they'll sort of use what leftover Zenith technology there is at the Zenith base then to try and combat it. Or whether... Alright, so I've got some headcanon right now that there's only 3 games in the series. The one where they're going to be fighting Nemesis is going to be the last. And my current headcanon is that Nemesis is going to be the end of the world. Extinction is inevitable. That they're just going to end up dying in it. All of them. Because Hades did say that there will be no further biosphere. And if there's no viable way of defeating Nemesis, like Tilda said, and Silence seemed to even think so as well, then the Earth might just be fucked and not be repairable. So that's what I'm gonna go with. that it's going to kind of be an enduring victory situation where they're going to fight and fight and fight, but it's ultimately a pointless fight. The world is going to end regardless of how much effort they put into trying to fix it. That's my current theory. We'll have to wait another 4 or 5 years to find out. But yeah. So now I can read my fan theories and fan fictions without getting spoilers. Oh my god, this is so pretty. I'm just enjoying the beautiful scenery as we're going around here as well. You get so into the game sometimes that you forget to just take it all in and explore like this. Like, I wonder if you could actually fly this exact path in the game if you were to actually ride a Sunwing. What a name. Jorn Von Ben Veet or something like that. I mean, I know they're all Danish, so... This was a remarkably shorter stream than I was anticipating as well. It's only 2.5 hours. I thought we were gonna be going for at least 3, maybe 4 more. Thank you for playing. How gorgeous is that?
Are full of flowers, my ears are full of songs, my heart decided now I'd rather just be wrong. I listen when you talk, your words all make sense.
That was gorgeous. That was such a nice way of ending off the game. Now we've just got to wait to see whether there's an end credit.
I am emptiness. I am home. I am lonely in a crowd. But when you hear me, you'll be near me. Stay. Dreams I never left I had courage like the beast. My eyes, they never fled. My arms would always reach. You harden with your words. Maybe fear is armor too. My voice is not that strong.
I do like the original version of this song better than this one right now. The more ethereal voice suits the lyrics a bit better and the pace of the song. I don't mind this one, but I do prefer the original Horizon singer.
I am lonely in a crowd, but when you hear me, you'll be near me. Stay with me in the flood. The little child inside is jealous of your strength, the way you hold your head when everything's aflame. Your back is straight as you walk away, straighter than an oak in a storm. Only I remain. Should I have been reshaped? Your image, is that what you want? I am raindrops in the flood. I am emptiness. I am whole. I am lonely in a crowd. But when you hear me, you'll be near me. Stay with me in the flood. In the flood.
What a gorgeous song that is, though. I love the sound of the ocean in the background as well. Oh, I love this music so much. The music that plays when you're doing a puzzle section or a relic ruin. Long ass credits. So many people worked on this game, holy crap. I hope I'm not just sitting through these credits for no reason. I hope there's like a little epilogue thing at the end of this. It's just letting you sit on your thoughts after the game until the cutscene at the end. Here we go. All of the cast. Japanese voice cast, that's different. I think we only took out maybe a handful of the big boys in actual like quest storylines. Like I don't remember taking out a Dreadwing or a Slaughterspine any other time apart from like the first instance of them propping up for like use in the actual quest line, apart from killing them for like parts for upgrades and stuff obviously. But so that was a bit annoying that we had all of these absolutely thrilling new creatures but we didn't really see them at any other point apart from once in a quest line, unless you went to specifically go out and hunt them. Ah, I just remembered as well. One of the other things I thought got spoiled for me, this is way back when, before I even started playing as well, is I thought I saw someone on social media post about the fact that Avad proposed to Aloy. And I'm like, that seems like a bit of a spoiler, but okay, I guess I've gotten that spoiled for me now, sure. But we didn't see anything like that here. We saw Avad give her the tiara, obviously, and the gift of the spear, but he made no moves to propose to her or anything like that. So I'm kind of glad about that. I kind of hate the thought of Aloy and Avad together, because like the whole thing with like him loving Ursa and, you know, thinking she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and then the minute she dies he's moved on to Aloy within like 2 seconds and zeroed in on her and wants to start a relationship with her and is obsessed with her, just seems really fucking weird to me. Like, I don't like it. It seems really creepy. But I do want them to be friends. I think Avad's a good person, obviously, but I just don't like how creepy and like infatuated he is with Aloy on a romantic level, considering what happened to Ursa and how he just threw Ursa away the second she wasn't there to sort of get in his way, I guess you could say. I don't know, that just threw me off kilter with his whole character. I much prefer Aloy to be with either Varl or with Erend, and obviously Varl got with Zoe, so I'm hoping girly laugh here because I'm getting excited for the thought of Aloy romance. I'm really hoping she gets with Erend. So Varl got with Zoe, and obviously he's dead now, he's not coming back. I really hope Aloy chooses to be with Erend, because Erend's been with her all throughout this, has been at her side constantly, as loyal as a dog, and has never pushed her to make any decisions that she didn't want to make, and has always followed her lead, and, you know, he provides a nice sort of easy comfort and stability to the team for her. Like that little segment we did with having a drink with him before going out onto the mission was really, really cute, and it's the first time we had heard her actually laugh at anything, was while Erend was telling jokes about his sister to her. So I really do hope that they form more of a relationship in the third film here, because I feel like they deserve a happy ending after all that they've been through together. They're like the OG pair. Like, we saw Varl, Erend, and Aloy as main characters before anyone else was introduced that's been in the story so far, even before Silence. So I really, really do hope that we get to see a budding romance happen between them at the end of all of this if it goes well, because it's well deserved. And I think they're kind of hinting at it because Erend had his hand wrapped around Aloy's shoulder really, really comfortingly in a more than friends kind of a way, like almost protective. That's what I saw it as, at least. It might have been more of a friendly thing, but he seemed to be holding her quite closely and not sort of at arm's length. So I'm wanting it to be more than a friendship, but fingers crossed. You can only hope. We've got a long wait until we find out what happens, or whether she does get a love interest. There's been more than enough love interests in the game that she could choose from, because every single person has something to say about her beauty, or, you know, about her ferocity and how much they like that spark of tenacity in her. So we'll just have to see where it goes. I can't believe the credits are still going, by the way, like, my god. Just checking audio levels again because I do not want for my audio to suddenly cut out and not realize. There we go. Had to readjust my microphone. Coming up on the 3-hour mark now. We got done with the game within 2.5 hours. It's been 20 minutes of credits so far, but I'm not gonna switch it over or anything. I definitely want to showcase all of the hard work that's gone into it. I'll complain about it, but I'm not gonna switch it over. Imagine for all the people playing this game who haven't bothered to play Zero Dawn, like they saw this game and were like, oh, that's so cool, like look at the graphics and whatnot, and robot dinosaurs and all that, and then they haven't played the first game, so they're like, what the fuck is like Far Zenith or the Odyssey? They would have had to play a massive game of catch up in order to understand what the hell was going on in this game. But I mean, it is part of a trilogy, so kind of comes with the territory to know what the other games are before you head on to another segment in the sequence. So Here we go, we're coming up to the end of it now. What's it gonna do? Are we gonna get spat out with New Game Plus, or are we gonna get a ending sequence? What's gonna happen? Completed main quest, Singularity. Congratulations on... Oh, trophy end. Discovered Nemesis. Congratulations on defeating the Far Zenith threat. You are now free to continue exploring and complete any unfinished quests and activities. You can also start New Game Plus from the New Game Plus start point in the base. Thank you for playing, the Horizon team. Wow. We're all done. We just can start again like that, apparently. There's no dialogue. Oh, Beta's out here. Where's Aaron, though?
What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Oh yeah, they don't have Hephaestus anymore, do they? Whoa, what's this? Start new game. Oh. I like all the little cozy stuff here.
Did you need something?
Oh, it's weird without any music.
I'm surprised you're staying in the base. Thought you'd slink away to one of your workshops.
The activities of this facility are adequate for now.
Well, make yourself at home, I guess.
Silence really did pull through with the good guy attitude at the end there when we needed him most. And you can bet Zoe's gonna have the kid in the next game as well. Oh, where's Alva? They all waiting outside for me or something, or up in the Gaia room. I think they're all waiting up in the Gaia room. Yeah, Cthulhu's not here either. Nothing new to see. No one's down here. They must be outside, or up with Gaia. I mean, we did see her being repaired, so it stands to reason she'd be up there. Hey, she's back!
Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize. I must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need.
Aw. Oh wait, yeah, the guys have gone to all the different places. I wonder if I go to Moreland and whatnot, I'll see Erin with them, because Erin was in Vegas. And I wonder whether I'll get any other dialogue from going and seeing like Petra and whatnot as well. Or Hikaru. Let me just go and squeeze all of that out.
I wonder how much snow it'll be this time.
Let's go and have a look up here as well. Oh, we've got a thing to tell Val. Stop, game! You're gonna make me cry!
We did it, Varl. We stopped the Zeniths. We saved life on Earth. Well, for now, at least. There's another threat coming. I don't know how we're gonna beat it. But we'll face it together. All of us. Rest easy, my friend.
Aww.
I'll visit again when I can.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love the little, like, garden Zoe made as well. Alright. Let's go see whether any of our friends have been up to anything, or whether we've got any new dialogue with them after the game's ended. So we know Petra is at Chainscape. We know Erin is at Vegas. We presume Cotolo's gone back to the Grove to be a marshal for Hikaru. So we'll check at least those 3 places. Not sure where Zoe would have gone. I think she went to Plainsong to talk to the chorus, so we might find her there. Silence is in the base. Tilda's obviously dead. And Regala's dead, so...
Be welcome, Outlander. You hear about that traveling opera? That's what I heard.
Let's have a look at how much I've completed as well. So it's only 84%. How am I missing like 15% of the game almost? Like what? That's insane that I'm missing 15% of the game through like side quests or errands.
So what's new, Aloy Machine Hunter?
Nah. Damn it.
I gotta go, Petra.
That you do. I'll keep the seat warm for you.
It would be really nice if we had a bit of a closure, bit of a sequence with old friends, because obviously they know Aloy was out saving the world, so why not have a little segment outlining like, oh, we managed to defeat the threat or whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. We got so much more dialogue and like being able to see old friends than I thought we would though. I'm surprised there was no like epilogue like there was in Zero Dawn though. I'm a bit disappointed that we didn't get that. But oh well. Just gotta wait to fast travel. There we go.
The land gods are in harmony. Our field.
The land gods are all healed now.
Walk in fields of plenty, my friend.
Yeah, we've got a question mark up here.
Braving the wilds as always, Aloy?
Hey, there you are, Zoe.
Aloy, it's good to see you.
Planesong seems to have changed its tune.
As our fields thrive, so do my people.
That's good to hear. How are things going with the chorus?
Slow. Convincing the chorus to take any sort of action regarding Nemesis won't be an easy task. But the Utaru know what you've done for them. With some time, I know I can rally support to our cause, whether the chorus likes it or not.
I'm sure you know how to handle them.
Look who it is.
Soon we'll have a new harvest to celebrate. Where once there was blight and sorrow, now there is plenty.
That's a beautiful sentiment. Alright. Vegas. For errand. Come on, load times. I don't have the best internet in the world, I know, but surely it shouldn't take that long.
Miss me already, huh?
Aww. Of course I miss you, Aaron.
Remedies for all who need them.
So, Las Vegas. How's it going?
I've been talking with Morland about how to get the word out about Nemesis up in the claim. The Oseram are free folk. It'll be hard to get them to work together. But him and me, we know a lot of people. We get enough of them riled up, the Eldermen will have to listen.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you guys.
Not impressed with those.
My brews on beer, but
You know,
they're better for you.
one time I'd like the two of us to go on an adventure where angry Oseram aren't trying to kill us.
I'd like that too.
There is a lot of work ahead of us. But we'll make sure my people stand with you when Nemesis shows up. It's a good thing we put an end to Sarah's plans. My sister would have been proud.
Aww.
Fair enough.
That's a nice one to end on. Now we've got to go to the Grove. Let's see Hekarro. Or Kotallo more than Hekarro. I don't even know whether he'll actually be there, or whether he's at the Bulwark maybe. Still can't quite get over the fact that the Zeniths only came here to try and get a backup of Gaia so they could skip to another world and try and rebuild thanks to Gaia on that one.
May your blade be forever sharp. Greetings, tamer of machines.
So it's okay.
That she flew is...
Come learn about how I do not.
Come on. The arena match with
New
the
visions.
Club?
It's a strong sign that we're back.
Yeah, but they're still just half stripes.
Well, how many do you have?
Here I am. With the
Kotallo!
Hey. How does it feel to be back with the tribe?
It's an adjustment. I'd gotten used to your base and your comrades. But I've spoken to Hekarro about Nemesis. The clan commanders are next. My hope is that the entire tribe will be behind you when the time comes.
Thanks, Kotallo. That means a lot.
Aw.
Thank you for helping me with my new arm.
We haven't even really seen it in action. Like, we saw it once on the mission where he got it.
The other Tenakth look at my new arm with apprehension. I like it.
Aw.
My new arm is strong, but I don't always need it.
Probably a good thing, Kotallo. Alright. There is nowhere else to visit. We can't even go over here because there's no point. She's, Alva is gonna cross the ocean to see her people, so not even any need to go and see her. That's so interesting though, like I wonder whether we can go back across there. Let me just try, why the fuck not? I wonder whether there's a dialogue option that'll come up if I go back there, or try to go back there.
I guess Hephaestus was busy making hunter kill.
Oh. Oh, there's a Dreadwing site here now. Love that. Oh yeah, I don't have any health left. Let's piece the fuck out of there. Did not expect there to be a Dreadwing there. Yeah. Not fighting one of those fuckers again, thank you. That's exactly why I didn't bother with the Ossurum Artificer outfit. We'll head back to base. And then we'll officially cap off Horizon Forbidden West there. There's nothing else to really do. Apart from all of the hunting grounds and the melee pit and the cool root pit, which I'm not precious about 100%ing it. That's gonna take way too much effort on my behalf, and I don't have the temperament to be able to deal with rage quitting stupid activities like that don't even count toward the actual main storyline of the game. Alright. Ooh, this is new. Lucky I saw that before I ended. Hephaestus Revisited. Text log data corruption minimal. So, we unleashed Hephaestus on the Zenith printer matrix to whip up an army of machines to fight the Spectres, and it worked. Great! But, in doing so meant we had to release Hef back into the wilds, where it will continue to be a major problem. Not so great. A little analysis slash prognostication? Bad news first. Hef will undoubtedly retreat back to the Cauldron Network, and it will undoubtedly attempt to fulfill the same malignant mission it had pursued since gaining sentience. Protect the terraforming system from predation by manufacturing combat machines to kill human hunters. Even worse, it will probably be stronger than ever before. Contact with the Zenith network will likely have supercharged it. Oh, great. Giving it access to new technologies, tools, and upgrades. And because it can learn and rewrite itself, there's no way it will fall for the same trick that defeated it before. So recapturing it at Cauldron Gemini is a non-starter, sorry. But there are some silver linings. Even though the merge with Gaia was aborted, she was able to copy over some of the original Hef code base. On top of that, Silence has extracted some extremely helpful data from the Zenith copy of Apollo. Combined, these developments should enable Gaia to exert significantly more influence over the terraforming system. She won't be able to take direct control of machines or stop Hef from building combat units, but she estimates that by deploying a variety of workarounds, she can stabilize the biosphere within a year. So we won't all die. At least not before Nemesis arrives. In addition, since she has some of Hef's source code, we should be able to develop new strategies to contain it. It'll take time, of course. But round 2 is coming, Hef, and next time, I'll be ready for you. Beta. Very interesting. I wonder whether she'll say anything after we've read that.
I paid Varl's grave a visit earlier.
Aww.
Back at Gemini, he tried so hard to protect me. He was my first friend. I still can't believe he's gone. Me too.
Aww. This is gonna make me cry again. Fuck's sake, game.
Well, I must have left this for me on her way back east. I wish she could have stayed. But I know Meridian and the Lodge need her.
Aw. That's so cute. A small bloom gathered from an old battlefield and replanted with care. Collected by Talana. That's so cute how we get like presents from all of them around the place. I love that. Ooh, we got new stuff in here to look at. Let me go around the corner here.
Hey, Alva, did you put a plant in one of the artifacts we found while looking for data on Leviathan?
Oh, yeah. I thought it might be a fitting way to commemorate our adventure together. I know I don't have a way with plants like Zoe, but I tried my best. Why? Does it look okay?
Yeah. It looks... it looks fine.
Oh, good.
The description literally says sad plant. Oh my god, that's amazing. Soil moisture content low collected by Alva. Oh, that's funny. Oh, it's an ember. A holographic device recovered from the ruins of Las Vegas, collected by Erend. Oh, that's sweet. Collected me a little ember.
Maybe one day, I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished.
Oh! Because Sona's lost both of her kids now. She lost Vala to the Proving, and now she's lost Val to the Ancestors. That's so fucking sad. It's collected by Zoe. Wood and metal bound with cable and adorned with Nora style decorations. Collected by Val. I'm just gonna have another look around the base because I don't want to miss any little like tidbits like these artifacts and stuff.
Elizabeth had a dream for this world. I guess a lot didn't go as planned. And there are still dangers ahead. Maybe the biggest yet. But after what Beta and I accomplished, I have hope. We'll fight for Elizabeth's dream. Together.
Aww.
Well, now I know where metal flowers come from. A last-ditch effort to stop the Pharaoh plague. Demeter must have started distributing them after it took refuge in the greenhouse.
Bulwark fragment. Cracked granite, once part of a larger boulder collected by Cthulhu. I did not even realize there was stuff in there from that.
Erend was a trooper for lugging this thing around. And now I finally know how Silence managed to build something so powerful. Data from Nemesis.
Silence weapon, a portable weapon designed to deactivate Zenith shields. Expended, collected by Erend. New Game Plus start point. Hardware removed from the Zenith base can be used to start New Game Plus.
One of Studious Fortis's many scrolls. It was a pain getting him to Barren Light. Still, he didn't deserve to be run down by Regalla's riders.
Aww. Studious Fortis's scroll. Oh, it was collected by Varl. A scroll once belonging to a certain sun priest. I like that. That comedic timing.
A warhorn. To summon an army of rebels and machines. Regalla threw everything she had at the Grove. Even in our duel, she was ruthless. But she was true to her word in the end. And at least she died on her own terms.
Regalla's Horn. A war horn used by Regalla's army before the assault on the Memorial Grove, collected by Cthulhu. Wow, there's so many different, like, things I can look at. Holy crap. Alright. Let's go back to where Gaia starts. And I can double check all of the little rooms and stuff to see whether they have anything new to look at.
Did you need something?
That's Silence Lantern. Weapon fragment. I do not need something, Silence. I am just having a look around. Thank you. The Land God and the Override Core. The Shuttle. And the Thebes artifact. Nothing in here. And nothing in here that I haven't already scanned. Nothing in here, surprisingly.
Tilda. She thought she could lock me away on her ship. Like one of the paintings in her mansion. 1,000 years of regret. And she still didn't get it.
Unfortunately, some people don't and never will. Right, nothing in here. Let's go down to where Beta belongs. About Hephaestus. Ooh, what's this about? About Hephaestus. It says I've apparently read this, but I don't remember. About Hephaestus. Text log data corruption minimal. Aloy and Gaia want me to help figure out how to capture Hephaestus. I'd put chances of success at about 0.0, but I might as well give it a think, because 1, without Hef's ability to make machines, the Zeniths will have us all at their mercy, and 2, what else am I going to do? As always, the first step is to outline the problem. Like the other subordinate functions, Hef achieved quasi-sentience when Gaia received the signal from Sirius, and when Gaia blew herself up to stop Hades. Hef fled looking for a new home, but unlike the other sub-functions, which seemed to have taken refuge in whatever physical processes they could find, Hef hid in the globe-spanning network that connects all the cauldrons in the world. Maybe because no single processor was large enough to contain it, or because it sought out the code environment it was most familiar with. Regardless, becoming a ghost in the network enabled it to pursue its twisted new mission, infiltrate Cauldron production facilities, build combat units, and deploy them against humans, all in an effort to protect terraforming machines from tribal hunters. Escalation ensues as hunters become adept at neutralizing its killing machines. Hef makes more, bigger, better armored, deadlier. But this is a digression. For our purposes, the main point is that Hef isn't in one place, so Aloy can simply find it and use the Master Override. So Aloy can't simply find it and use the Master Override to contain it in the Gaia kernel like Aether, Demeter, and Poseidon. It can flee to any cauldron at any time, ergo, we've got to trap it somehow, probably in the cauldron core, and cut off its access to the network. But how? As of this writing, I have literally no clue. To make matters worse, the data that Gaia provided seems to indicate that Hef is changing. The exact methodology isn't clear to me, but its codebase has expanded. That's bad news. For one thing, it could mean that its heuristic density is increasing, which would make it harder for Gaia to absorb. But even worse, it implies that Hef has the ability to rewrite itself, or at least parts of itself, which is terrifying. What if I rewrote its access protocols? That would mean I don't even want to think about it. Beta. I didn't even notice that note there. Right. Anything else in here? It's all obviously opened up now. I forget where these lead. Huh. Nowhere apparently. Oh, I'm suddenly outside. Ah, yeah, it's this place. Back inside, please. Back through here. Or not. Oh. Do I even have the code for here? Hmm. Horus energy cells. Side quests. world. How the hell would I even know what one it is? I collected quite a few of them. That's not bad. Alright, let's not go through that again, because I do not know where the code is or what do I even do with it, so we won't bother with that one. Alright.
So, Nemesis. I had a lot of theories on what destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius, but a twisted amalgamation of uploaded Zenith brain scans was definitely not one of them.
And now it's headed for Earth.
Yeah.
Aww. It's gonna be such an interesting way to end the trilogy with, like, just a ball of sentient data, basically, threatening life on Earth instead of anything physical. That's gonna be a really interesting story to tell, because we've never had anything like that even remotely said about during the game, so it's gonna be a surprise for all of us to hear how the story will end when that comes around. But for now, we're going to finish off the game there. That has been my first ever playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West. I'm so happy I could share it with you guys. I did miss the first episode. I did stream it, my very first episode, in the tutorial section and in Meridian when you start the game. I did have it up on my Twitch for a while, but due to not knowing how long it stayed up as a VOD on Twitch, I sadly let it expire before I realised that I need to actually export them to be able to save them properly. So my playthrough starts from the beginning of the dawn, so once you're out of the tutorial section completely. So you don't miss much, you just miss the tutorial section and Meridian. But I do find it a bit sad that I missed, you know, my first proper reactions to the world and the gameplay and everything. So maybe I'll go back and reiterate what I sort of felt in that scenario. Like, I'll go back in New Game Plus and sort of recreate what I was thinking at the time, or what I knew I was thinking at the time, and play through that section again, just so I've got a full playthrough there. But apart from that, that is literally the end of the game. I've only got 15% left until I get 100% completion, but I'm not going to worry about that, because as I said, I'm not one to worry about doing 100% unless I really put my mind to it, and I don't have the skill set for doing the hunting grounds and all of the different trials by combat and the melee pits at the minute, because it's obviously my first time playing through. I haven't had a chance to really get to grips with all of the different attacks and everything yet. So maybe we'll save 100% platinum playthrough for another time. But for now, that is it. I will be going through and playing Horizon Zero Dawn, so the first in the what is going to be trilogy of Horizon games. now that I've played through the whole of this, I will play through the whole of Zero Dawn on Ultra Hard, and I will platinum that for sure. Just so it's got a proper platinum trophy on my PlayStation here, because I did play it on Steam before. And we'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I've hoped you've enjoyed my journey along with me here. And we will see Aloy very soon again in Zero Dawn.